Peace, tone space, like, subscribe, all of that. This is a follow-up to a video I did yesterday. Did George Floyd, the porn star, did he pipe down the punk Derek Chauvin's wife, the man that killed him? I'll do a quick recap, and I'm going to add the little new information that I found out right after I did the last video, right? Basically, George Floyd, and I got his porn name wrong. His porn star name was George the Landlord. You know what I'm saying? He did porn or whatever. That's not a diss. That's not a slight. That's just, what he did. And it's relative to what I'm talking about, right? What's up, Cat? This Cat always in here when I'm doing the videos, trying to get biz or something. You know what I mean? So, yeah, all right. So we did porno. Both George Floyd and Derek Chauvin worked at a club together. You know what I'm saying? One worked inside, the other worked outside. They worked at the same time, suggesting that they know each other. Also, something I got wrong. Out of the 4 cops there, or whatever, Derek Chauvin, and then the Asian dude that was guarding Derek while he was killing George Floyd. Derek is married to the Asian man's sister, right? And it's going to be relative to what I'm talking about. Derek, the one that killed him, is married to the one that was guarding the murder. Derek's married to his sister, so that's his brother-in-law, right? So boom, let's put it all together. George Floyd, porn star, lit, as they'd say, sexual energy, all that fly stuff like that. He knows the man that killed him, Derek Chauvin, the police officer. The other police officer obviously at least knows Derek because that's brother-in-law, right? And my theory was, because I'm almost certain that Derek killing that man was personal. Just how personal and the specifics of why it was personal, I don't know, but this is what I'm theorizing, that George Floyd might have been piping down Derek's wife, which would essentially also mean that George Floyd might have been piping down the Asian dude that was guarding his brother-in-law while he murders George. That means George Floyd was potentially piping down that man's wife as well. And I posed that theory yesterday in a video, and right after I did, I looked at an article, like an updated article about the situation, and lo and behold, shortly after Derek, oh shit, catwalk bugging, shortly after Derek murdered that man, George, his wife, Derek's wife, filed for like divorce or something. You know what I'm saying? Like right after. Now, how many times? Now, wouldn't that be kind of like strange, a little bit suspect? Out of all the police killings we have and all that type of stuff, why would the wife want to file divorce papers to her husband? All right, he's in hot water and stuff like that. Maybe she's just not the supportive type or something like that. But it's just it's a little bit odd. It's a little bit odd. So could it really be that she had a relationship with George Floyd and her husband then just killed her lover? So now she's like, look, I had enough. Also considering that, she might be thinking, why? She might be thinking like, well, shoot, her husband is gonna get charged. So this might come up in court hearings. So for that reason, she wants to distance herself, knowing that she may have to speak against her husband. So she's probably like, yo, this spot's about to get blown anyway. Fuck this shit, I'm out. You know what I mean? So with that new information, y'all tell me what y'all think. It's funny that I saw that right after I did the last video. And I said, yeah, I'm gonna have to do an update with that extra information. So it's a strange situation. But again, I do want to preface that whether it was personal or not, I do think it was personal. It takes nothing away from the racial injustice, because like I said in the last video, even if it was personal, it's still a white man killing a black man, because that just means that Derek knew that he had that space and opportunity due to the complexion and how this United States rocks with allowing the space for white men to slaughter black people by way of, as police officers and such, sometimes not even as police officers, right? So even if it was personal, he would have had that in his thought, in his mind, where if he had a personal situation with a white man, he might have thought twice. He might have been like, well, shit, I don't know if I could get away with this like that. Oh, it's a black dude? Word? You piping down my wife? I'm a cop? Shit, this is an easy lick. You know what I mean? So, shout out to everybody. You know, hit the subscribe button, man. Try and build this joint up and everything.